I spent this past weekend playing this wonderful little game called Chicory, A Colorful Tale. An indie game still in development about a dog named Pizza who lives in the province of Picnic, where suddenly all the color has been wiped from the world. And as they acquire a magical paintbrush, it's now their job to wield the brush and bring color back to Picnic. I've been following this game and its development on Twitter for quite some time now, and the dev team behind it were generous enough to give out a free demo for content creators. A quick look through the credits will show a few familiar faces like Greg Lobanov, developer behind the brilliant Wander song, and Lena, Raine, composer for the amazing and catchy soundtrack heard in Celeste. With such a talented team of people, it's no surprise that Chicory is shaping up to be an excellent game. The main mechanic is that you have a paintbrush that allows you to paint on the world anywhere you want. You can use this ability to interact with the world around you to either paint in people's houses or to solve puzzles. It's a very unique concept and shows off one of the reasons I love indie games so much, because they typically explore ideas that AAA games just don't, and are filled to the brim with creativity, and nowhere is that more apparent than with everything this game has to offer. Which I guess shouldn't be surprising since it is a game about coloring and being creative. You can literally paint anything, the characters, the environment, a set of clothes. You have complete freedom when it comes to coloring the world. I mean, heck, I had a ton of fun just staying on one screen and coloring the environment the way I thought it was supposed to look. Did I get anything out of it? No. Did I have fun? Yeah. There's something charming about being able to color in anything and everything, essentially getting a hand in designing parts of the environment yourself. I mean, I haven't even talked about the actual gameplay yet, which reminds me, I should probably do that now. Not only is your paintbrush useful for coloring in literally everything, but you can also use it to solve puzzles by making bridges using plants that shrink and grow depending if they have color or not, or by flinging yourself across gaps using mushrooms. It all blends together to truly show the potential of the core elements of the game. Pizza and their abilities play off of the world just as much as the world plays off of them. Let's look at Mario for example. Essentially, all he does is run and jump, which is pretty alright by itself, but it's when you start to mix it in with the well-designed levels that Mario is known for, and the hundreds of different gimmicks that these levels introduce. That's when Mario and his games really start to shine. Now let's bring it back to Chicory. Pizza can run around and paint, which like I said previously is already fun on its own. But it's when you throw in these clever ideas and well-executed level designs is when the true potential of this game really starts to show. Although the difference between Mario and Pizza is that Pizza has an ever-expanding moveset, meaning throughout the game you'll continue to get different abilities for your brush, like paint that glows in the dark or different brush types. It's kind of like a Metroidvania in that aspect where certain parts of the world are just out of reach until you get the upgrade you need, sort of teasing what's to come in the future. Like these caves in the demo that are too dark to see anything, but you can just barely make out some details. And with it being a game about being an artist, and me being somewhat of an artist myself, I wanted to talk a little bit about the art style because I absolutely love it. In a game where the world has completely lost its color, it's important that the characters and environment stand out enough on their own, because who's to say which NPCs and set pieces the player will choose to color in or not. So with Alexis Dean Jones as character artist and animator, and Madeline Berger as environmental artist, they've both done a fantastic job of bringing the world of Picnic to life. The character designs are simple yet appealing, and the environments have just the perfect amount of detail where you can tell what everything is from a quick glance, which is pretty impressive given that there's no color at all. And my favorite touch is the use of halftones on certain buildings and background elements to help distinguish them from the playable area that the player can walk around on. I also enjoy how each different area of the map has their own unique set of colors, which helps add a bit of personality to each part of the map. As a whole, the game really nails this sort of coloring book art style, which fits so nicely in the context of the game's core mechanics. Overall, through playing the demo, I've definitely seen all I need to say that Chicory, A Colorful Tale will be a great game, and I cannot wait for the full release. The game's already been fully funded on Kickstarter, and I pledged 20 bucks myself, so if anything you saw today interests you, I highly suggest you check out the Kickstarter yourself and see what they have to offer. From the very talented team behind the scenes and actually getting to play a bit of the game myself, I'm confident in saying that Chicory: A Colorful Tale is now one of my most highly anticipated indie titles, and I'll continue to follow its development up until release.